It's that time again. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Mod Mania YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name's Kieran, I'm 23 and I'm a car enthusiast. For those of you who have already subscribed and seen my video, bloody hell, lying. For those who have already seen my YouTube videos, yes, I'm sorry, I said new content was coming. But been going through some rough patches lately, so I'm just going to try and focus my mind, pump out some YouTube videos because I do have a lot of time. Welcome back. So in this video I am going to be attempting to weld on the MX-5 for the first time. I've got very little welding experience. I've got me welder down there. I've only welded a handful of times, but I bought the MX-5 to learn how to weld on and do stuff. I'm just going to fucking do it, just gonna try it out. I've cleared out my garage, so I'll show you that now. So this is the current setup with the garage. You've got kitchen units there filled with all stuff. I want to get drawers, old toolbox, but I'm getting a new one. Power tools sitting there for now. Now we've got a lot of space. MX-5's engine is just sat on there. I am hoping to start filming in here a lot more. I do want to change the lights. I want to get some better ones and I want to get more so the lighting's better in here for when I do videos. I have been putting off doing YouTube quite recently, but I need to get my mind into focus mode and start pumping out YouTube videos for you guys because I know you quite enjoy them. So let's go and see what we're going to attempt to weld on the MX-5 today. So we have the MX-5 that's currently sat here. Doesn't have the cover on because it blew off and I couldn't be asked to put it back on. And we're going to do some bit of welding inside the boot. So we'll just reach around in here, pop that. As you can see, there's one hole there, one hole there. There was rubber grommets there. I'm going to do a rubber grommet delete, which is already halfway done. Just a bit of rust in each hole. Today we are going to attempt to weld up those holes. I've been and bought some mild steel, which is in my garage, and we're going to attempt to weld it and we'll give it a go. I'm not expecting it to be perfect, right, because I've only properly tried to weld about 3 times. It's not going to be neat for a start. There's going to be carpet covering it, so I'm not bothered. As long as it holds, it holds. I couldn't care. If it was something on the body of the car, then yeah, it'll be a different story. But since you won't see it, I'm not bothered. So I picked up a brand new angle grinder yesterday. It's a DeWalt. Got it from Screwfix. We're going to use that to prep the metal around it to get it all nice and clean and shiny. Then we're going to use the Clark MIG 106 welder. Now I know a few people are going to judge or comment on the welds. I'm still learning. We all have to start somewhere. I've watched tutorials on YouTube. I've tried out myself. Did some minor tweaks, looked for recommendations on what settings. So this is what I'm just going to run for now. If you have any constructive criticism, please put it in the comments section below. If you know a thing or two about welding, that would be greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's get to it. So we've got our angle grinder. We have the twisted knot disc. I'm going to attach it on. 26 maybe. Yeah, that's tight, it's not going anywhere. Right, so we've got the angle grinder set up. Got a full battery. So we've got that set up. So I'm going to use this old Amazon box that I received in the post to cut the vast majority of the metal out. You can see, we're going to use the air compressor. So we're going to roll it out now. Right, so I managed to get this one prepped. It's just mainly the rust here, which is the main issue. But I think I'm just going to cut all this out and weld in a brand new plate. I could use seam sealer, but I just want to try and weld it first. Right, so I've actually cleaned up the metal underneath, so I'll show you that right now. There, so metal's nice and clean. I have figured out something though. The rusted ring was only held on with seam sealer. So that's pretty interesting. So I've just managed to get a hammer and a flathead and punched it out. I do want to weld a piece of metal on top, just so it's better than seam sealer, I suppose. So I'm still gonna follow through with my current plan. I just need to get all this metal nice and cleaned up. We've got the metal nice and clean on both sides. We'll get the cardboard and the Sharpie, we'll come make a template. Alright, so this is just a rough template. So there we go. Got a little template cut out. I've left a decent gap around where I've actually marked because I want to have it lapped over so it can sit on top, and then we'll weld it up nicely. So that's the plan. We'll go and get the metal, draw the template onto the metal. Right, there we go. Got that one cut out. Got the square cut out with the template on, so we'll just trim it now. Yep, so far so good. Just going to trim it off a little bit more, probably down to the line, all the way around, then we'll see how it fits. We've got our piece now. I've just test fitted it. It's sitting quite nicely. So I'm going to get the welder out, and for the first time, prep and weld on the MX-5. Got my welding helmet on. I've got the prepped piece of metal. There's the welder there. It's all connected. I've got it to a ground. Slap that on there. There, that's what we're going to weld right there. Right guys, so I just want to address something. What's this lighting doing? I just want to address something with this weld, and I've run into a bit of an issue. Now, I'm not sure if it's probably the settings of the welder, to be fair, but I'll show you. It's actually starting to melt and burn through the metal. It's probably because it's so thin. Guess is I've got the settings wrong. This lighting's doing my I think I've got the settings wrong, but it's still holding. So I'll tap it from the other side. So I've done this side first. I've just tacked it. I'm pushing on that, and it's holding in place. I just need to tack this side down properly. Tack it in different places. Seam seal it, and then hammerite it, which should be all right. I'm not entirely sure. As I've explained to you guys, I'm just learning as I go on. So if you have any constructive criticism, be sure to let me know in the comments. And there's not going to be a lot of weight or pressure inside the boot anyway. Right guys, so I've tacked it. It hasn't turned out as great as I'd expected. However, it is holding in. Trying to really push around the edge from underneath, and it is holding, but as you can see, it's burnt through a lot of the metal. It's just one of them things where you learn as you go on, and obviously I'm still learning, because I want to learn to weld on my own car, and that's why I wanted to start restoring this, is to learn. Obviously I will progress, it just takes time, lots of learning and lots of trial and error. This is definitely a trial and error, but this is only the 4th time I've tried to properly weld, and this is the first time I've welded to a vehicle. So for it actually holding, it could have been worse, and it definitely could have been a lot better. Don't want to be one of them YouTubers and one of them people that just shows perfection all the time, because not everything's going to go to plan, as you can just see by the welding. So yeah, again, if you guys have any constructive criticism, leave it in the comments and I'll be sure to read it. Seam sealers on. Again, it's not pretty. I just wanted to make sure everything's covered, which it is. and I used a fair amount on the bottom just to make sure everything was covered, because I don't want moisture to get in. So the reason why I think the weld were blowing through the metal is, so the metal's 0.7 mil and I'm using 0.9 mil wire, so that's probably why. Been an hour and it is totally dry, the same as underneath. So we're gonna spray it with some Hammerite metal paint, and this will protect it. There we go. All done. I'll leave the video there. It's been a learning process. We've learned together. We've learned mistakes, and we've learned where to improve. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm gonna try my very hardest to upload a lot more consistently. I do have some video ideas in my head which I need to jot down and then film at some point. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, comment down below, and hit that subscribe button.